Welcome to Packet Tracer Supernetting or Route Summarization Configuration. In this video, I'm going to show you how to statically assign route summarization address to a router. Assuming that there's a company that has two sites in two different cities, and each site has two buildings, and there are about 200 hosts in each building. We are given a set of public IP of 198.85.100.0/30 for the WAN, meaning that we have to use this IP address right here to configure the two router, the WAN port. Okay. Now they also give us 4 subnet to assign to the two building in each city. So site 1 will use these two set of IP address, and site 2 will use these two subnet or IP address. And we are asked to design and use Packet Tracer to configure the company network. First thing we need to do is to find the route summarization IP address. So to do that, we simply converted the interest octet, or in this case, the third octet right here, because the number are changing, into binary. Okay. Once I did that, I simply started from the left side to the right, find all the common digit. So the all common digit for the two IP address is right here. So I draw a line to that. And to the left of that, I simply fill with 1. Now, I do not convert this 192.168 because I know that there are a total of 8 1 bit in each octet. So there are 8 1 bit in here, another 8 1 bits in there, make it 16, 17, 18, 19. Therefore, my prefix or the cited notation for the route summarization is /16. By looking at it here, I can tell that the route summarization address is 192.168.0.0 and the subnet mask 255.255.224.0. If you're not sure how to get the route summarization IP address, you can simply mask or use an logic function for the subnet mask. This is my subnet mask right here, and I convert into binary and then mask with any one of these IP address right here. In this case, I happen to use this one, okay, and I change to or convert it to binary. 111, 111, 100, 100, and 01 is 0. So the result is right here. I convert that to decimal to get my route summarization IP address. Therefore, the route summarization address is right here. And the same thing true for site 2. Notice that I convert this 100 and 200 into binary right here. And from the left to the right, I look at for the common digit. I only see these two octets, so I draw my lines right there. That tell me that there are 8 bits of 1 bit in here, 8 1 bits in here, so a total of 16. So the route summarization address is 192.168.0.0, 255.255.0.0. Now I need to go into the packet tracer to design the network. All right, here you go. Now what I did, I will use this set of IP to assign to this building right here, and to this set of IP to assign to this building. So there are a total of 2 subnet right here, and this is one local area network. The same thing true for this side. For the first subnet right here, I'm going to use the set of IP address of .100, okay, and the second subnet, I'm going to use IP address of .200. Okay, let's connect these together. Now this router do not have the serial port available. Since they are far apart, I have to connect through the serial port. Let's verify to make sure that that's true. So we go in here, we click on this right here. You notice that there's no serial port. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to add a weak module, a WAN interface call module to this router. So click on the router and turn it off. I'm going to use the HWIC-2T module. So drag this to this slot and turn it back on. Okay, do the same thing for next router. Now I need to turn off the router first, and I can use any one of these slots. I'm going to use this one, turn it back on. All right, now I can connect the two routers now to the serial. There you go. It connected to the serial port 3/0 and 1/0. So let's configure this router. Click on the router, CLI, no, okay, enter. Enable to get to the privilege mode, config T interface, gig 0/0. That's what I want to configure this port right here. And I want to assign the IP address of 192.168.10.1. Standard mask 255.255.255.0. How do I know that? Well, the router is going to go to this networks right here. Okay, it's connected to this network. So I'm going to use the lowest IP address available for this subnet. So the lowest IP address from this subnet is .1. That's the reason why I use .1. And the prefix is /24. So therefore the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, all right. So I press enter and no shut. Done with that one. The next thing, I need to configure the gigabit port 1. So exit, interface, gigabit 0/1, IP address. Now what IP address I'm going to use is right here. The lowest available IP address is .1. Okay, so 192.168.20.1, Summon mask 255.255.255.0, and no shut. Okay, to bring the ports up. All right. Now I need to configure the SE0/3. So exit from here, interface SE0/3/0 IP address. Well, we are given the IP address of 198.85.100 set and /30, meaning that there are only two available IP address in here that we can use. That's .1 and .2. So I'm going to use a .1. And the standard mask for the /30 is 255.255.255.252. No shut. All right. Now, this is the DCE side, so I'm going to have to change the clock rate. So, clock rate to 64,000. Okay. All right. I'm done with that side of the router. Let's do the same thing for this router. All right. Now, enable config T interface SE0/1/0, and IP address for that is 198.85.100.2. Because this SE is right here, we'll use this WAN network. Okay, so the next IP address I can use .2 because I already used .1 for this size already. So that mask 255.255.255.252. No shut. This should be turned green. There you go. All right. I need to do the same thing for the other two port. All right. So I need to interface gig 0/0 IP address 192.168.100.1 255.255.255.0. No shut and exit, and I need to go to the interface 0/1 IP address, which is this right here. So the IP address of that was 192.168.2 200.1, 255, 255, 255.0. No shut. All right, I finished configuring the port for this router. The next thing I need to do is to configure the routing protocol so that way traffic can flow between the two routers. Go from this router to that router and from this router to that router. Now to do this, I'm going to simply use a static routing protocol. Now instead of typing both of these subnet, I simply use the route summarization IP address because that route summarization IP address actually represents these two on this side. And the same thing true for the route summarization for these two setup subnets right here. So let's look at the .10 and .20 route summarization information. And we have it right here. So that is the 192.168.00 and subnet mask 224. So for this side of the router, the route summarization IP address is 192.168.0.0 slash 19, which is 224. So let's do that. And do and in here config T IP route. That's how you assign a static routing protocol to a router. IP route 192.168.0.0 subnet mask 255.255.224.0. Okay, where I get that from? It's right here, right there, because this route summarization address represents both of these subnet. So it will represent both of these subnet. And that's saying that if I want to go to this side of the subnet, I need to go to this port. Well, what port is that? 198.85.100.1. That is the IP address on that port. Okay, done. Now the reason that we use route summarization because instead of typing these two subnet IP address, we simply type in one set of IP address. Now, assuming that we have a bunch of them right here, you have to type all of those. Okay. Not only that, you are wasting your time typing the IP address, but also the routing table becomes very cluttered. So to get a clean routing table, we simply summarize all of the switch into a route summarization address and use it. That's the reason why. Okay. All right. So we're done with this side. Let's do the same thing for this side right here. All right. And config T. So to get to this side of the network, we need to configure the static routing protocol. So IP route 192.168.0.0. And the route summarization in here is 255.255.0.0. Again, where do we get that? It's right here, remember? Right there. To get, because this set of IP address right here actually represent both of these subnet. Okay? All right. And what port do we use? Well, we are going to use this right here. And what's the IP address of that? 198.85.100.2. Okay? And that's pretty much it. So we've done the static routing configuration for this right here. So we should be able to ping from this all the way to that PC. Let's test it out. And let's look at the configuration for this PC. Okay. And the IP address .100 and the default gateway is .1, which is this port right here, gigabit 00. And that's correct. So it's done with that. Let's see if we can ping it now. All right, let's ping the default gateway 192.168.100.1 and we ping, no problem. Let's ping this serial 0/1/0 and that is ping 198.85.100.2. Okay, no problem. Let's ping this port right here on the other side of the router. If we can ping that, that means we are good. All right, so one, there you go, it ping fine. So now we should be able to ping any PC on this side. And what's the PC on this side IP address? 10.100. Notice I already configured the default gateway for this PC. The default gateway is nothing more than the IP address of this port right here, which is 10.1. All right, so let's see if we can ping the IP address of 10.100, which is this guy's right here. All right, it doesn't ping. Here go find the ping. It takes a little while for the routing there to update its routing table. So if you configure this very quick, it might take a couple of minutes for the router to update the routing table, so your ping can go through. So after you make configuration and you cannot ping it, let's wait for a couple of minutes. Okay. So I'm good. All right. And let's see if I'm going this side of the PC. See if I can ping this PC4 right here. And that pings. Let's look at the IP config, IP address of this PC. .10 the default gateway. All right. So we want to see if we can ping 100.100, which is these PCs right here. Enter. There you go. Life is good. And that's what how you statically configure routing using route summarization address. Again, the route summarization is nothing more than a representation of this subnet. Okay. All right. Thank you.